Today, I'm going to show you a tool that we use here at Launch Kit that is free, simple, and so powerful. I often joke that this is like the Moleskin journal of marketing. It's timeless, it can be understood by anybody, and it will always provide value. This is the Launch Kit Marketing Scorecard, your easy to use Google Sheets template for measuring the performance of your marketing funnel. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, and you can even build your own. All right, on the screen here is the blank scorecard template. I've actually got a link to this right down below in the description, so you can go ahead and make a copy right now and begin setting up your own scorecard during this video. The best part about the scorecard is that we're using Google Sheets here, so this is totally free. Let's start by breaking this thing down. So we're gonna start here with column B. These are your KPIs, and you'll see that with the template, we've loaded in some default KPIs that are a starting point for you, but you're gonna customize these based on your marketing funnel and your sales process. You'll see the KPIs are grouped into 4 sections. We've got inputs, outputs, results, and metrics. Your inputs are your direct efforts that you have total control over. For example, things like how much did you spend on ads? How many times did you post on social? How many blog posts did you make? How many emails did you send out? Or how many portfolio posts did you make on the website? With inputs, there's no algorithm to blame here. This is all on you. We start our measurement here because we can't expect outputs or results if we don't execute on our inputs. I'll often relate this as like going to the gym. You can't expect any changes if you don't show up. You can watch endless YouTube videos, buy all the gadgets, read all the books, but at some point, you're gonna have to show up and do the work. Inputs are our way of measuring if we showed up. This next section is your outputs. This is the direct insight into the quality of your inputs. For example, the better your organic posts, the more impressions. The better your ads, the more clicks. Thus, the more website traffic you will get. You can hopefully see how this is set up to be our funnel. Our objective is to work people down the funnel by providing them with genuine value that directly addresses their unique needs. Towards the bottom of the output section here, you're gonna for sure need to do some customizing. What we want to track here is essentially leads and appointments. Maybe your appointment's a discovery call, it might be a consultation, it could be an estimate, whatever you want to call it. This is the sales team executing your sales mechanism to effectively close deals. It's the last step before a deal is closed and reported here under sales. Which directly brings us to our results section. Again, an opportunity for customization. We will typically track sales in dollar format. At the end of the day, this is what we're working towards. We have seen some instances where we'll track things like reservations or new clients acquired if it makes sense to do so. The beauty is that this is your scorecard and you get to customize it totally for your business. It's really important that we spend time making sure we've got the right KPIs in play because it's incredibly important to measure what matters. If you pick the wrong KPIs, you're basically leading your team in the wrong direction. And time and focus is a limited resource, so we need to be careful about where we're directing our attention. We are not in the business of just doing work for the sake of doing work. We're in the business of doing work that makes meaningful differences in your business, your team, your customers, and your community. So right now, we need to make sure we get the right KPIs in place and are comfortable fine-tuning them over time. So once we've got these KPIs in place, we're pretty much good to go. You can see we've got each month listed out here. I personally set up a monthly recurring to-do list item to fill out the actual column on the first of each month. So, for example, on July 1st, we are hopping in here and filling out all of June's data. This will bring insight into the data that you need to track. Getting the right measurement tools in place is going to be huge here for your business. You all of a sudden lift the veil and you're going to find clarity in your actions. So let's talk about the data that we need to fill out these KPIs. So for us, we're using Metricool to track organic posts, impressions, followers, ad spend, ad impressions, and ad clicks. We use Google Analytics to track website traffic, and we use our CRM platform for email. So we're pulling all our email data from there. Sales appointments are also booked via our CRM. You can probably see how powerful this CRM is. If that's something you don't have set up for your business, I would get that in place like right away. It'll make a night and day difference. Down in the results section, we've also got a number of reviews and average reviews. We pulled this data in from Google My Business by default. You could use things like Angie's List, Yelp, OpenTable, TripAdvisor. Heck, you could even add in like multiple rows and have multiple platforms if you wanted. Okay, finally, the 4th section here, this is our metrics. We use this to create custom metric calculations based on your KPIs. So for example, I'm calculating CPM, stands for cost per 1,000 views. We're doing this by dividing ad spend and impressions, and then we multiply by 1,000. Or maybe I'll calculate cost per click here. We're just dividing clicks and spend. You can come up with your own custom metrics. I always like to see what percentage of our web traffic filled out a form, or what percentage of your sales calls led to an opportunity won. Year over year, you can just duplicate this sheet at the bottom. We'll typically make updates to our template on an annual basis, so you can expect an updated video at the beginning of next year. If you find this type of stuff helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel so it lets me know that I should keep these tips and tricks coming. All right, that is all I've got in store for you today. I appreciate you tuning in. I really hope this was helpful. I had a ton of fun making this and putting this together and being able to share it with you. I will take some time to hang out in the comment section so I can answer one-on-one questions. I appreciate your time, and on that note, let's go get back to work.